You need to include tolerances in your tech pack. Okay, a tolerance is a variation that's allowed in your garment, and most clothing brand owners struggle with this. When we're talking about tolerances, most people think it only relates to the measurement or the fit. That's why in the tech packs they'll have the measurement chart with the tolerances written on the side of it. But actually, tolerances apply to every aspect of your garment. Here are some other areas in your product where you have to allow for tolerances. Number one is GSM. The GSM for your fabric on your product will have a certain tolerance to it. Typically, that tolerance is plus or minus 10. This means that if your t-shirt is supposed to be 200 GSM, then the actual bulk t-shirts will be anywhere from 190 to 210. Now, sometimes this is a little bit higher, up to 15, maybe even 20, if the quantity of your bulk order is really small and the fabric quantity that the manufacturer has to make is too small to be able to control the GSM appropriately. But typically, it's plus or minus 10 GSM. The second area that needs a tolerance is the color of the actual garment, the color of the fabric. When you're giving your manufacturer a color code, they're actually visually matching that color from their own book to the actual fabric that they're dyeing and adjusting the dye recipe accordingly. Though this tolerance is very, very small and should not be noticeable at all, there is still going to be a very slight variation. So there needs to be a tolerance when it comes to the fabric. Also specifically with different types of compositions and different types of materials, because different fabrics and different yarn fibers absorb and reflect color differently, and so they'll appear a little bit different between each composition. Another thing is that there has to be some tolerance between each fabric roll of the same color. So for example, let's say you're ordering 500 hoodies of the same color and your manufacturer has to make 5 rolls of fabric. Each roll of that fabric will have a very slight difference in the color shade. Again, it's not going to be very noticeable, but the variation will be there.